Hello YouTube. I just wanted to make this quick video to address some of the issues that I've had in one of my previous videos where the original instructions weren't clear enough and I just wanted to make it a bit easier to understand. Okay, so here I'm just going to be talking about the whole iPod Touch speaker mod story, and here I'm using an adapter cable for headphone. Well, actually, this is like the 1-inch size, well, quarter-inch headphone jack to RCA, and this is just an enlarged version of what you would probably use to hook up to your iPod for this speaker mod. So let's get started. Alright, so first, just to make some things clear, the wiring in this jack is exactly the same as it would be in your standard 3.5 millimeter jack, where the long sleeve on the bottom is the ground, the middle is the right channel, and the left is the top is the left channel sound. So what you would want to do in this is, well, here it is, already separated, but in your case, so when you cut open the wires, I'm not going to do it to this one because this is perfectly good and I just don't want to sacrifice this cable, but when you do it, you are going to find, well, in your case, you're going to have like one solid cable, not like two in here that's already split up. So in your case, you'll have one cable. You cut that open with a pair of scissors. You peel it back with some pliers, like wire stripping pliers. And what you would get is you'd have a fine metal coat. Well, as I was saying, you would have a fine like a steel mesh around two wires. The wires would be of various colors, probably white and red, but it would probably vary around for whatever cable you have. So for that, I recommend you use one of these. This is an ohmmeter for measuring electrical resistance. You can get these at any hardware store anywhere, or you can make your own with a light bulb and a battery by measuring to test connections. But as I was saying, in most cases, you wouldn't need to do this because the wires inside should be easy enough to differentiate and tell which one is for the left channel and which one's for the right channel. And just to note, both wires would be positive connections. So yeah, both wires will be carrying a positive current to your speakers or to your headphones, and the negative is actually in most cases the metal shield going around the wires, which is like hold on, it's like a coaxial kind of shield that wraps around the two wires at the core. And what you want to do is, well, they do this just for enhancing sound quality by reducing radio emissions. Well, by pretty much grounding radio emissions, because ground is, well, ground, but in this case you need to hook it up to the speakers also because it's shared between the two speakers. So you just hook that up by soldering or by wrapping the wires together. So what you would in the end have is like 3 wires coming out the end. One for the ground, which is for both speakers, and then 2 for the 2 conductors that I mentioned before. Okay, now the biggest complaint I've been getting from people is that they don't understand what I mean when I say common ground. Common ground is pretty much the negative polarity of both speakers going down the same wire back to the same source, in this case the iPod amplifier. But as you can see, there are only 3 conductors here, and The common ground, as I mentioned before, is the bottom sleeve. And inside the wire, it's what you're going to notice as the wire threads or something like that. It's like it's just a bare wire mesh kind of wrapping around two insulated wires. It's just, or in some cases, it's just a third wire that's black or some other color, whichever one they made. So in case you're not sure, you can always test out the connections using the ohm meter, like I mentioned before, where you would check to see if a connection is actually present. And you would do this by, first you can test out to see if the ohm meter is working by taking the two the two detectors, and you can see that a connection is made when it reads 0 ohms of resistance. So yeah, in this setup, right, you would have, just to make sure, you would have one wire on the ground. Just a second. You would have one wire on one of the grounds back there, and then the other wire on the ring, which you would know from what I said before is the ground connection. So in this case, you would know that the outer sleeves on, let's see, both the conductors is the ground. See, as you can see, and just if you find yourself confused, just keep testing it like this, where you would just check to see which ones are connected where. Like that one's the left channel, and the other one is the right channel right there. So I hope this helps. Just if you don't know where to connect what, just ask me again through the comments, and I hope this works out well. Like I said, just remember to split the grounds, and like it is in this adapter, well, just be sure to do it yourself when you have your wires and cut everything, and just when you have your wires and you set everything up, yeah, split the grounds like it is in here. You have the two main connectors going to the speakers. And just so you know, for the speakers, there is no real positive or negative to connect the wires to. Speakers can accept current going either way. It works in alternating currents, so it doesn't really matter for which wire goes where, as long as you have two wires connected to the conductors on the speaker, just it'll work. So yeah, I hope this helps, and later. Oh, one last. I've been working on an NES PC project for a while. It's on my Facebook page. It looks like this. I hope you can see it. Yeah, like that. Here's the motherboard with it has integrated graphics, but I decided that wouldn't be enough, since I intend to play some serious games on this thing. It has a dual-core i5 processor and Radeon HD 5570 graphics right there on a low-profile video card. And as you can see, I've done plenty of cutting on the back. You can see on the back side, it's definitely not what it used to look like, but that's how they do it. Oh, and I have a 300-watt power supply, and goes there. It's the fan, and here's the power thing. It's the graphics card slot, and there's the I/O panel. Here are the ventilation ports and the fan. So as soon as I finish this, I'll make another video just on this project. Yep, and I'll see you later.